always happening on the Funhouse. Got Aestolia versus SilentSnake 20.
We got another one of these bold display pics that's just here is what I look like.
Yeah, I'm not scared to show my face out here.
I don't hide behind a display picture. And I've got cool, you would say teal glasses, I think?
Pass.
And I would say, well, it's more of a turquoise.
No, I said turquoise.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
I looked up teal versus turquoise and got an image and confirmed that teal is darker. These are turquoise.
Right.
These are the important things that matter before we get into a match. I mean, these numbers are on the screen. Both players are pretty new, though. Aestolia's only played once before, but I've got at least one win this tournament. Yeah, 1-0. Whereas SilentSnake's got 2, so it's coming in with a win versus Plombo and Lost for Words. Oh, I remember that too, a Starling race. And the only loss was to Timo Star, who was really, really good in that Gravity game. Worm was a pretty convincing, well...
I think that's a podcast I queued up.
Yeah.
No spoilers. I mean, other than the one.
No spoilers with the results on screen. And Aestolia versus Dolores Fred in Symphonic Brilliance, which is I modded that match and I just don't remember what it is at all. I can tell you that game, a phantom version of that race is sitting in the queue on Speedruns Live and I can't get rid of it. So I see that name every time I go in to do admin stuff on SRL and I don't know how to fix it. That's what that race means to me more so than whatever happened. But oh, that was the block pushing puzzle game. And you could choose which level to go to, and they kept going to... They would come back to old levels and try it again. It was just all around pretty good play from Aestolia, I remember thinking. And then also was pretty good at Dreamhook, but just a couple rooms were complete walls in that grapple game. I literally couldn't find anything to say unique about Symphonic Brilliance. The blocks push.
You clicked where you went instead of use the arrow keys. That's kind of weird.
Oh, that's
that
the game.
was the one
Yeah,
race.
yeah, that's the one I was mentioning earlier. A game very clear about what you can do, not like Duck Maze.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing is like Duck Maze, though, to be clear.
Match number 2, Draxt versus NikoJazz. Keke and a saxophone. Keke being new, saxophone being pretty good, 59% win rate. And a top 8 appearance. Ooh, look at that.
I don't
I think it was
I've...
a recent top 8 appearance, too. I think it was last year.
It's MT15.
15.
Okay.
Credit to NikoJazz for an awesome display picture. I've been looking at this display picture for a long time, but I've never really appreciated that. I'm glad you cut away from the display picture to bring up the match results when I started.
I did that before.
We're off our game, Maurice. We've been at this for hours. We're out of sync. Look at the end, but it's also like the noise, the sound, the music coming out of the saxophone.
Is it? Okay. I guess. Okay, a bit.
Well, it's... I don't know. You could...
Let's go here.
You could touch it up with, like, the colors or something.
Draxt winning against
But I like
Hazel
that.
Shade 12 in Level Down. A pretty cool game, I guess, about like a precision platformer. And when you die, you go back a level.
Oh God, I forgot the race is waiting for it. I would have gone faster through this.
Yeah, I'm going fast. Mr. Mogi winning losing against Draxt in Late City Riders Classic. That was a crazy race.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, with the jumping between the cars.
There was an insane save from Mr. Mog. There's a clip on it in the clip channel. Go check it out.
Yeah. And NikoJazz winning against Maxa in Frogger's Adventure, which was pretty cool, but the controls were questionable. All right.
Yeah, there was a lot of accidental jumping into water and stuff.
All right, let's go. Because we got a game, Stealthscape, Beat World D. I didn't ask for audio yet.
Ooh.
I will get some...
A lucky draw, right?
For SilentSnake or what?
Just, well, lucky in the sense that we had this earmarked for top 8, and we just decided to scooch it out to make way for something else. So basically, a pretty good game is coming their way.
Yeah. That's why I'm in here. I want to talk about this game. It's fun.
So one player has decided to earn an advantage by starting the game and going way ahead of all the others. And that's a strong move.
Yeah, crazy.
It's
Is this
the
a
demo.
demo? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
of course it's the demo.
Well, I didn't expect a game like this to have a demo.
Me neither.
I know, it's weird. All these players did play the tutorial also. So they've already played... I don't know. I mean, you don't really need a tutorial, but there happens to be one. As soon as you launch the game, it launches you with it. So they all played a short tutorial on how to play the game.
Music's not what I expected. Maybe Small Ame just primed me for something else. So I see a cursor, which is where you're aiming your gun.
Yes. You can play with the mouse, or you can play with the controller and use the right stick to aim the gun. I played with a controller knowing that it was probably suboptimal, but I just prefer to play that way. Mouse is probably going to be the more accurate way to play. Mouse and keyboard. So yeah, the goal's pretty simple. Just get to the end of the stages.
There are enemies, and you can kill the enemies, but it's just to help you get to the end.
Yeah, I think in some places you will have to kill enemies in later worlds, but for now, the goal is always just to get to the end. You might need to open a gate here or there. You can collect these little coins, which increase your timer, like an N, or N plus, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. I don't remember the timer really being an issue, though. I don't really think that's something you need to do. It's more of just a scorekeeping thing.
I like that they're just using these simple blocks, but they're still generating like these waves and stuff just by offsetting them the way that they have. There's an aesthetic to this game I appreciate.
Definitely. The game tries to have some sort of like meta element stuff in it too. So look forward to all that. Great fun. There's just there's some non-interactive parts in between chapters.
Okay. No level indicator on the screen. So, okay, that was 1-5 for SilentSnake.
We also, unknown to me, have different color palettes, just randomly.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, because you would have no way of knowing that unless you saw somebody else play it at the same time you were playing it.
I was
the
wondering,
levels are the same.
I saw a level that I thought I had seen in black and red earlier. That's gonna make it super hard to keep track of where the players are.
Yes, it is.
2-3 and 2-2, so SilentSnake trailing Aestolia by 1 level up top. I bet Aestolia is using a mouse. I'm pretty sure it was her who, when I asked what kind of game she wanted, she said FPS in Mystery Tournament.
Where here you go. Yeah, and the levels name scheme is also horrible. They're world A, B, C, and D, but those aren't even indicated in the name of the levels. So I mean, you're just flying. You're getting to the end of the next level. That's the important thing. On this one, Aestolia and SilentSnake are on really close race. They need to not get hit by those lasers twice.
Oh, SilentSnake tried to just go for it on the way back, didn't get it. Aestolia played it safe and gets the win. You have so much momentum to the way your ship moves. I feel like it's hard to like finesse.
It controls pretty weird. You can speed up really fast, but you don't have to push against your own momentum to slow yourself down. There's just a strong brake on you already. So if you stop pressing forward, you slow down pretty fast.
That sounds like something that would save me from myself. Oh, NikoJazz was so close. NikoJazz been on this level for a little bit. Oh, I see. You have this space. Is that it? Yeah, Nico with the clear.
Draxt is on the level too, right?
Yeah.
Close race.
There's a certain amount of space between each wave of projectiles, and you need to be at the far back of it so that you can move forwards in sync. Maybe even a little bit out of sync, a little bit faster. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Aestolia on this level as well, and SilentSnake.
So yeah, these early levels are very much a game of cycles. Later on, there's going to be some different things. Oh, here we've got NikoJazz in the computer terminal.
Oh, meta things.
Yeah, here. We'll pull up the paste bin so I see. After completing each world, a command prompt, and afterwards you will complete a unique challenge, with the exception of World A. So in World A, you don't have to do any sort of weird challenge levels. But in World B command prompt, you actually get to type stuff in, and you can type whatever you want to. So the players are feeling spicy. I mean, obviously that costs time. So I mean, and not just hitting like A over and over. So
Look how close it is up top. The text loading in.
wow.
We got teleporters.
So we've got teleporters in World B. They send you somewhere else. That's what teleporters do.
That green thing is a guy. Oh, he comes after you. He's fast.
Oh, okay. Now
An
you've got a
enemy
little
ship?
shadow.
Oh, it's like your ghost.
Yeah. It's only it's like Celeste. It does exactly what you do. So if you slow down, it'll slow down too. You just can't. That just means you can't stay in one place for too long.
Right.
NikoJazz shot it and died. I never thought to do that. Maybe you will die if you try and kill it. I never tried.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like a voodoo doll version of yourself or something.
Ooh, NikoJazz masterful on that little slalom level. Yeah, we've got a totally different color palette on the same level from Draxt. That's funny that it does that.
That was a quick clear from Draxt.
Yeah, this is free on Steam. I recommend it. We're not going to see the whole game here today.
Well, SilentSnake was going very carefully. Aestolia as well. Ooh, hit a lot of walls, but it's through. SilentSnake as well. Yeah, it's tough. Like, you might be thinking, like, oh, I want to go through really fast, but your ghost is going to go just as fast, right? The key really is to move steadily.
Yeah, exactly. Aestolia.
Everyone's having trouble with this turn. Well, this ghost is right behind you, that's why. That's so
nice.
I've seen this mechanic in a couple of things, right? Celeste, it's in N++. I've never seen a really tight ghost used, and basically it's saying, like, you gotta be smooth. You gotta do this turn smooth. And that's such an interesting way to enforce it.
So here, you need to hit the buttons to open the gate, and avoid this laser guy. So at a certain point, there are, like, these turrets, and I thought you couldn't kill them, but you can. They just take, like, 10 hits. They, like, take a lot of hits. Maybe not 10, but, like, more than I expected. So you might be able to kill these laser turrets, too. I don't know if you can. It's not fast to do it, but if it comes up. So here you just have to take a different path back so your ghost doesn't hit you. Really close race here.
This level Aestolia is on is manic.
A lot of buttons here for Draxt and NikoJazz.
There were so many ships orbiting.
So you can press the buttons with your body, or you can shoot them.
Oh, that's important. You might think, like, why would I ever use my body? The shot would be so much more effective, but it's just...
Some of them are pointed at the wall, so it's not great, like, angle. Wow. Draxt hitting every single button but one, and the one he left is right by the door. Look at that. Oh, it's the simultaneous clear. This is close. These are really fast missiles that come off the wall when you go by them. You can shoot them, but you don't have to.
Bouncing off the walls, working out perfectly to dodge the missiles. Level clear for NikoJazz. Same level up top, by the way, Aestolia and SilentSnake. This level looks driftier. Is there something different about the like friction or something?
I think so. I think the players are just getting a little bit more confident because you have a ghost, so you've got to kind of do your thing. It is hard to turn around. I don't know. It's kind of a weird game. You gain momentum really quickly.
NikoJazz putting shots on the screen well ahead of himself. Managed to get a couple enemies as soon as they appear on screen. Stuff like that can matter in the long run.
Draxt is just going for the hole-in-one mini-golf strat here. Okay, these are the turrets I was talking about. So you can kill these. It doesn't seem like you can, but you can. I don't... You wouldn't want to in this level, but maybe some other ones. NikoJazz is onto the section where you can type whatever you want. We won't be able to see it.
Yeah, I've got it super small on my end.
Isn't typing anything right now. You gotta see this in the paste bin. Shoot, he is typing something. I can't read it.
Help. Going search.
So yeah, you type enough things and then eventually it errors, and then it doesn't matter what you've typed in, and then you go into a little different sort of level.
Almost like hackertyper.com.
Yeah. Yeah, so now you, it's a chase. I was gonna say that in a much more complicated way. It's a chase.
Oh, you get lined up perfectly on the, to just horizontal straight through all that stuff.
It's pretty tight. Both Draxt and NikoJazz on the chase.
One of the lasers turns off. I guess it's because it gets exploded. No, it's just that one just turns off sometimes.
Yeah, it's on a cycle.
But the other ones don't.
Oh, Draxt getting through. NikoJazz, why are you exiting? Oh no. This is the wrong...
Going backwards through the same level? What?
NikoJazz went back to the normal level. I don't know why they exited. They have to do this sequence again. So basically, yeah, you get chased back through all of World B.
That's extremely cool.
Unfortunate that NikoJazz exited that section. I don't know why that happened, but that's going to put them at a bit of a disadvantage here.
Aestolia is on the last level. SilentSnake's been on this level. It keeps dying to the exact same wave of missiles on the right side. Right here. Oh, it's trying something else, but...
Maybe NikoJazz thought they had to exit it and the level was like uncompletable or too hard or something.
I think they probably just hit the wrong combination of buttons.
Yeah, that could be. Draxt moving on to World C. So maybe it's not all of World B, but you get chased back through quite a bit of it. Oh, wow. Draxt shooting the bullet right when it was about to hit him. That was really, really clutch move, actually. Gotta hit 2 buttons here.
Aestolia beginning the escape sequence, and NikoJazz off the wall banks in just in time. And SilentSnake is on the last level. I like the left-right slaloms real quick from Draxt, done with 2-1-C.
Oh yeah, so here's an example where you actually have to kill these turrets.
And they take multiple hits, huh? Okay.
Yeah, they take, it looks like 4, I guess. I don't know, it was certainly more than I expected at first.
Right. SilentSnake booting up the console. This run looks good from Aestolia. Off the wall and
Oh, yeah.
in.
Oh, Draxt with some dodges there. That was really close. So now interesting things start happening where the level is just like open. You're not in a little cage anymore.
That's intimidating.
It is, it is. I don't know if World C or World D introduces my least favorite mechanic, which is walls that you can go through.
Wow, this already, this like appearing, reappearing thing.
At least we have arrows for this, but...
Yeah, I guess those are arrows. I did not even put that together.
Yeah, it's true. They're low fidelity arrows. The walls you can go through are like shaded differently, but it's still like not my favorite mechanic in a game. Ooh, Draxt is being careful, but dodging these things. Barely getting out of that. NikoJazz still in this escape sequence. I think
Snake on the
even with
first
the,
screen of the escape.
Even with the menu mistake, is having more issues with this section.
Aestolia a decent amount ahead of SilentSnake. A couple more screens in the escape sequence. Oh. Does it not start exploding right away? Can you just like wait at the start and shoot all those things?
So now, oh, I'm not sure. So now, Drax is on a section where you have to collect all the gold.
Is that
That's sort
made
of
clear
the-
somewhere? Or...
Yeah, it tells you.
Okay.
It says, at the beginning, instead of find the exit, it says collect all gold or something.
Oh, okay. 1-3 clear for NikoJazz. Finally getting into C proper. I guess it's going pretty fast through C once that escape sequence was done.
And you've got this sort of interesting timer counting down in the top.
Counting meters?
Where, yeah, it's in meters, which is kind of weird. But if you don't do all these levels with all the gold collected... Ooh, accidentally got sucked into the exit, so missed a gold, has to redo this level. Then you have to redo this whole sequence.
Oh. That's dangerous.
It is.
Aestolia done with the escape. SilentSnake! Oh, just bumped the angled wall there.
Oh no! Drax got sucked into the exit before collecting the gold. The exits are like magnetic, which is helpful when you're doing any other sort of level.
Right.
Oh!
Oh, there it is again.
Oh, it says steal coins. I'm sure there's lore.
Okay.
I don't know what it means.
You called them coins earlier, and I was like, if you say so, but I guess they are.
Draxt already moving on to World D. This is really fast.
Yeah, I mean, Nico's made really good progress through C once they got here. But it's going to be tough to keep up with Draxt if they keep playing like that.
So these little sort of blue things on Drax's screen like speed you up.
Yeah, they do. You say speed you up, I say they kill you.
Yeah, they launch you forward in a bit of an haphazard way.
It's a chuckster is what it is.
Yeah. A chuckster you don't have to talk to first.
You just get close and then all of a sudden he just grabs you.
Yeah, we would have added E if we had kept it in top 8. World E is kind of wild.
You'll just have to play the game yourself if you want to see World E. Wait, so the launcher can launch you through the red?
Yeah, they're like arrows. The
Okay.
reds are the launchers. It's because the color palette keeps changing. There's no...
Okay. Right.
You have to go by shape, not by color.
The shapes are very small on my screen.
It's true. They're having an
SilentSnake
easier time identifying these shapes.
has been in this escape sequence for a long time. Oh, the wall bounces though. Steal. The level's spell steal.
But yeah, and NikoJazz has like massive UI. I don't know why that's the case, but it's easier to read these things. Oh no! NikoJazz misses those 2 coins. The top race is pretty close. I think Aestolia's ahead.
Aestolia's a lot ahead. But not an
Drax hitting this button
insurmountable
real far.
lead, I think. Some of these palettes, I think, are genuinely distracting. What is this abyss that NikoJazz just flew into? Is that good? Is that bad?
Yeah, that's just the end of that sequence, and then so is now moving on to World D.
I feel like that's not too far behind Drax.
No, but Draxt has like been really successful on all these levels. It's not. This isn't like NikoJazz made that menuing mistake and that's why they're behind. I think they're behind because of that, but also Drax is killing it right now. You got some music right here. So yeah, these walls you can these walls you can go through don't have a shadow. Drax thinking, well, I'll just go straight up there. And exactly. Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah,
There
the
was
drop
no-
shadow.
There was no gate, I didn't think.
I mean, the
Drax is
shots
thinking
were
they need
going
to kill all
through.
the enemies, but I don't think that's true. I think you could just go. There's no lock.
The shot
Yeah.
should be a clue. Okay, well, the laser will kill you then. But if the fact that you can die to the laser should tell you that you went through the wall.
Yeah. Luckily, there's not a whole lot of levels like that. We've got another ghost here. And Drax is making this look pretty easy to control, but this game is pretty difficult to control. Yeah, I see you bounce once and you're kind of out of it, especially when you have a ghost like this. You have to do the right combination of speeding up and slowing down. Oh no. Drax taking another
He's like,
ride.
I'm gonna lose him in the woods, and he
Yeah, cut him off at the pass.
survives the bounce.
Missiles. Oh, shooting behind. Okay, nice.
Aestolia done with World C. SilentSnake, I think, about halfway through. You know what I like? You don't die when you touch the wall in this game.
Yeah, that's a very good. I don't think E adds that, but hopefully it doesn't. This game would be incredibly hard if you died when you touched the wall.
Yeah. Pretty smooth clear of that level from Aestolia, just using the wall bounces and leaning into it. What? Oh, we got teleporters and
Yeah,
and
I mean,
speeders?
he's just having some fun. You don't have to do that. You do have to hit those two spots. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
They're like switches. We kind of glossed over that mechanic, but
Touching coins kills you. Wow. I know that's a thing in N++. If they have like secret clear conditions, and sometimes it's like, yeah, beat this level without getting any gold. Oh, NikoJazz dies right at the end of this level, and it's kind of long. You gotta wait for the cycles on this platform.
Draxt
It was-
on another cycle level, where you've got to be in between these walls. You can hold multiple keys.
Yeah, look at that.
This is kind of like a Mario Maker style, where you've got to go to all the rooms and get the keys, then come back to the original room. Obviously, games did that before Mario Maker, but I'm too stupid to reference any of those.
I mean, the keys floating behind you like this is very Super Mario World 2, Super Mario Maker.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to. Drax picking up that if you like just run through and bounce, it's too much. On to the final part of World D, which is, of course, Maurice's favorite thing: a boss in a game with no other bosses.
Oh, okay.
At least in this game, you actually have a weapon you can use. This boss has a lot of health. You can see it going down. But the boss has a lot of things that it does. These enemies don't come at you unless you shoot them. So it's kind of a risk-reward thing if you really actually want to do that. Because they'll come at you if you get close. But if you just kind of don't go over there...
Boss is gone. Your shots, do they have infinite range?
I don't know if it's infinite range, but stuff can definitely happen off screen. It's probably infinite.
I really like the long range. I guess your shots are colliding with the boss's projectiles, and eventually that's going to be... There's going to be too many projectiles, I think. It's going to be a long time.
Yeah, there's a sound cue so you know when you hit the boss. It's like a... Instead of nothing. I don't think there's any sound when you hit a projectile.
Okay. Oh, it's getting boxed into the corner here. It needs to make an escape. Oh.
But yeah, this is a long sequence to die on.
NikoJazz on 3-2D. Do you have any idea how close that is to the boss?
No. I don't understand these levels at all. Pretty close, actually, because I remember this level.
Yeah. I mean, one more bad death to the
NikoJazz
boss.
is going crazy. Okay, there we go. There we go.
This must be the end of World C. No.
Yeah, SilentSnake is now on the like escape sequence of World C, where you need to
okay.
collect all these coins.
And Aestolia is like halfway through D, I think.
Yeah, so NikoJazz, I think this is now the final level of World D, so just before the boss. So if Draxt like really fails this boss, there's a chance.
Yeah, I mean the first part of the boss is free, right? Everything about this boss that matters is the second half once the health is low.
It's true. NikoJazz mad about missing that cycle. I would be too, because he was incredibly close.
Can you get
Adventure ball
squished?
cycles.
Can the wall like squish you when it moves?
It probably can. You'd have to be pretty. It's not like whatever. Now I'm calling it the wrong thing. Sky Blazer. I kept thinking it Soul Blazer, where you can get your, just little tip of the triangle crushed. And sounds like a euphemism, but it's not.
This boss is pretty low on health. God,
Yeah, this would be a sad death, and I know because it happened to me.
Oh, it's so
Because when I
scary the way the
tested this
dots
game-
are moving.
I died when the boss had you couldn't even see the amount of health that it had left, and I was upset about it.
Literally just turned around and ran away from a dot.
NikoJazz, bring it. Nope.
Is that the boss dying for Draxt? Yes. Oh, and now NikoJazz in the IRC typing .undone sees .done from Draxt.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think Draxt double killed the boss. Oh, never mind. It counts.
It counted.
Okay.
It counted.
Well, all right. Draxt is the winner in the bottom match. The newcomer versus the kind of a veteran.
I remember
at this
Drax
point.
did really, really well in their first match, and so I was expecting some good things from him. But yeah, good performance. Just solid all around. Those escape sequences after World B
Yeah.
are the biggest wall, I think, in this run, in this game. And the boss obviously is pretty challenging if you die at the end, but did those really, really fast.
I think both races really affected by the escape sequence in B. Aestolia
Yeah.
had a much better time there.
Oh yeah, Aestolia's moving on to the boss pretty soon here. On the second to last level of D. If you can just slow down.
Stop. Oh, your shots teleport? Thank God you can't hit yourself with them.
Oh, they do, yeah.
Trying to shoot the switch. It just barely opens the thing. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
So Nico died on that boss on the first attempt.
NikoJazz must have taken a death on this boss because of the health value. I didn't see it happen, but... NikoJazz returned the key every time. Didn't see if they could collect multiple keys.
Yeah.
I would assume in a game like this you could, because it seems well made. I wouldn't think they would just make you, I don't know. But it's a risk. And it takes extra time to return the key every time.
Yeah, the
Not a
first
whole
one's
lot.
not so bad, but then the later ones you had to go all the way down there, all the way back.
Yeah.
Looks like Aestolia is doing that too.
It's also reasonable to think maybe you wouldn't lose progress, like, but you do. You lose all progress regardless if you die on this stage. So save one of the easier ones for last. If they get out of there, there we go. Aestolia's smart in thinking I probably need to be in that center, and I can't just chase these walls. Finish from NikoJazz. Finish from 1up40, who wasn't in the race, just behind NikoJazz.
7 seconds behind.
Yeah, and that, what is it, 31-16 is what Draxt got? Let me look at these test times. Faster than either test time. My time is in the 40s because I died to this boss like 5 times.
Yeah.
And I think playing with a controller was slower. I don't like mouse games that much with the way my desk is, but I think definitely having the mouse is just more precision than using the right stick to aim the shots.
I'm hearing the sounds now when you hit the boss.
Oh, it's that ding noise. It was the opposite of what I remembered. The ding means that you hit projectile.
Oh, nice sort of flick shot on that enemy that started chasing Aestolia.
Yeah, so whether or not to leave those enemies alive is an interesting choice. You can probably avoid them, but I mean, you're going to get into a situation where you're shooting the boss blind. You're not limited with like I'll pick that one up so Maurice doesn't have to be streaming all day long. This game feels surprisingly good despite the programmer art. Like I don't find myself criticizing this art at all, which is interesting. It's just squares with drop shadows, but I feel like it sells what it is selling pretty well.
Yeah, no, I like the whole package, and it does a lot with the computery effects and stuff when it starts getting weird.
Yeah. Oh, okay. SilentSnake, snipe that enemy.
Needs to aim at the boss. Okay, I don't know what was going on there.
Oh.
Only now with this bigger vision am I able to see that there are thin bars letting you know when the different phases of the boss start. On the health bar.
Oh yeah, that's a good indicator. I didn't finish this game. I don't know if there are other bosses later on.
I do think the fact that the first two phases are kind of just solved by standing still and just shooting him a whole bunch, it's a little weird.
Well, it also just makes it that much lamer when you fail, because you have to just sit through nonsense just to get to where you actually need to try the game again.
Yeah. Oh. There's the battlefield being so big too, like I mean, the shots are coming from the boss, so like you kind of should be able to tell roughly where the boss is based off of where the shots are coming from, but I did not realize the boss was that close and had taken that much of the space away in the corner.
Yeah, this game doesn't have any sort of zooming. I think you're the same distance out for every level. Aestolia turning the music down. I remember this game being very loud.
So there's been a couple games I've tested where the volume did not launch way too loud. And that's the first time that's ever happened in like 400 games that I've tested.
There's a couple games you tested where it didn't happen?
Yes. As in 397 out of 400 games destroyed my eardrums every time I launched them.
Yeah, I don't know why games are so loud. I guess you wouldn't want one too quiet, but it just seems like they're equalized to be the loudest possible thing on your computer. I don't know.
Or like, I don't know, like launch at 50% volume, right? Like make your max volume really loud, sure, but
yeah, it's true. Why would you assume you want to have 100% volume to start? That Windows 10 started doing that. Windows 7 didn't. You would plug it into a new sound device and it would default to 50. And now Windows 10, when you plug it into a new sound device, it defaults to 100. And so it's, I work tech support at a school, and it's like I'll walk by a room and it'll just be like blaring, and I'm like, oh, you can turn that down? By the way.
This last few shots here, yes, SilentSnake finds them. It's always a good sign when the player keeps playing the game after they're done.
Absolutely, and that's a finish for everybody.
Oh, I can't believe Aestolia died there. 46-24, the official SRL time for SilentSnake. Now this one was a loser's match, so that is the elimination of SilentSnake. Aestolia stays alive in the loser's bracket.
Might be a silent snake, but left a loud impact in our hearts.
And then Draxt stays in the winner's bracket. NikoJazz not out of it, though. Falls down to the loser's bracket. Hearthstone music. I haven't heard this in a long time. I'm looking at the bracket. Which of the matches? Oh, someone already moved them on. Or did they? I can't just control F names because the challenge website is crazy.
No, that works for me.
It works
Like
sometimes.
you gotta hit F3 a bunch of times so it like skips the hidden ones that you can't see for some reason. But it will eventually work.
No, sometimes it jumps to like it scrolls the bracket all the way to the top right corner or something like that. The winner of Dragus Cloud versus Fast Fruit Man is Aestolia's next opponent. NikoJazz fights Piper. That could be a good one. So please look forward to those matches. Please look forward to one more later today.
What? Why is this broken again?
I don't know. It's 9 p.m. Eastern Time in 2 hours and 41 minutes. Hopscotch versus Chaos Defrost. Exuno will be one of your commentators. And it won't be me, because boy, Maurice, we've been at it. We've been at it for a while.
Yeah.
So
I'll pick up that stream. See you everyone in 3 hours.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back with more Mystery Tournament 0017.